What's up everybody, Ignite here, and today we're going to be doing an updated free-to-play guide on mutations. Let's get right into it. Also, there will be Easter eggs that are hidden throughout this video. If you record what the timer is on them and post them in the community, you'll be able to get some in-game prizes out of that, so keep an eye out. Alright guys, so like we said in the intro, going to be doing an updated free-to-play guide for mutations, like what to focus, where you can get things for free. There will be a little bit of kind of a spending guide included, so it has a little bit of everything for everyone. But before we get into that, got to get into the usual shenanigans. This video is sponsored by Aptoid. We're using my code AGNI3. You can get anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. This is great to be able to help you save some money, and it helps me out. It allows me to be able to keep putting content out for this channel. And I mean, who doesn't like to save some money? So again, that's Ignite3. Full description will be down in the links, or full description of how to do this will be down in the description down below, as well as a link to my Discord and Patreon and all the other stuff where you can continue to support me if you so wish. Speaking of support, there is an easy way that you can support this channel that does not cost you a dime at all and doesn't cost you anything but to hit that subscribe button and to leave a comment down below. There's currently still 69% of the people that watch my content regularly every week that have not subscribed. It does not cost you anything, and it really helps me out as far as the YouTube algorithm and other things that YouTube has to offer as a content creator. So please hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get on with the video. Alright, so somebody asked for an updated mutation guide for free-to-play. Like I said, I'm also going to be touching a little bit on spending as well, like what's best to be able to spend on, best to be able to use some of your chests on and stuff like that. So it also kind of tell you how I usually go about doing my mutations. I know I covered a video in the past on this, but it'll help for those that don't want to go digging back through, and it has changed a little bit due to the updates that they've done, especially into the free-to-play store. All right, so let's start with obtaining. So to be able to maintain or obtain and be able to acquire cells, as far as a free-to-play way, there's really only one way, which is from hitting your lizards and geckos each day. But you can also go into the Alliance store and buy these. Combining them up will act as experience for your cells, so you can use those as experience instead of using the usual cell fluid that you would get. But by far a majority, the easiest way, free-to-play wise, is to hit your lizards and geckos. Another thing to note is you can also take a look at the buffs. The buffs are one of the, well, they're actually pretty much the same between genes, germs, genes and germs, but it's different when it gets down to fungus, but we'll get into that. All right, so for genes, you need the DNA and the advanced DNA. Oh, actually, I need to backtrack to cells. So another way to be able to get some of the material that you need is if you go into the dual store and the apodic fungi store, you can buy the minor cell nuclei. I usually wait till I have about 1,000 points and then go and buy that. I never buy this, so you don't have to worry about that. The first pass store will also have some of the various mutations that you'll need along the way. All right, and so then we get into the next one, which would be for the genetics. And for these, it's a lot of the same way. You get the advanced DNA and the DNA from the dual store. As you can see, it is in, well, you got them in the mine store, which is one of the things that they have changed. You can I think it's 100 DNA, and I forget how much advanced DNA it is each week that you can get that way. So that's always a good option to be able to get up with that. And for the next one, which is germs, same way, but you can get some of the material from like purchasing pack and exchanging from the dual store. Now, when I go into this dual store, what I usually do is I'll only buy the big one and that one. I'll never buy the material needed to level them up, because honestly, you get it along the way out of various chests, like whether you be on island or rewards and stuff. So I never bother with any of that. Same with the glory. I'll buy like that, and the mutated enzyme. Same in the special ant store. I'll buy the special hyphena and the regular hyphena. All right, so then we get into the next one. So, which I just showed you how to get the material itself for this particular thing, but this is actually the one that I personally would say that you want to focus, like most of the chests that you get from like Fortress Rewards and your selective, you want to do into this. And the main reason is for this one right here, which gives you the special ant skill attack, special ant skill defense. That's one thing that none of the other mutations have whatsoever. So I personally, for all of these chests and stuff that we do get from the selective and stuff, I will usually put towards just the fungi. All right, so for purchasing wise, like what would be the best to purchase? Obviously, like I just said, the fungi, if you did go in and buy. Personally, as far as mutation wise, I would only buy the fungi packs. That gives you the best bang of the buck and gives you a hell of a lot more stats along the way to be able to increase the overall strength of your account. And honestly, they all can be done for free. So if you are going to spend, that would be the best idea. All right, and so what about for actual just leveling up? Like what would you focus on? So for me, I'm a Guardian shooter. So I pretty much ignore carrier. So as you can see, like I have my shooter attack up, which has the Guardian net health. And then there's the carrier and attack, but I had the shooter and health. So I focused on my shooters first because that's generally what I run. I mean, I'm about to have all three T10s, but as far as what I run, it's a Guardian shooter with heavy towards the shooter aspect. So I want my shooters to be as strong as possible. So for me, focusing like in the genes, focusing for the center one, and then the sentinel gene is my primary objective. Now, if I was a Guardian main, obviously you'd want to go with the Guardian attack, and then Guardian health as secondary. If you're a carry main, obviously you want to go with the carrying attack and the carrier health. And then, so what I usually try to do is I hyper focus on what is best. So like over here, as you can see in my fungi, I'm almost specifically focusing on the special ant attack. And then I'll secondary as a shooter and attack because, like I said, I am a shooter main. And I'll do that pretty much all the way throughout. As you can see, they're pretty offset as far as their levels, but that's what gives you the most benefit overall out of your genes. When you go to do each of the buy events that have like an insect or an ant, a lot of them will have a lot of these chests and stuff that you can use too. So that's always something to keep in mind to be able to help you out along the way. Alrighty guys, well, that's it for this video. I hope it helped y'all, and egging us out. We'll see you in the next one.